If you have any questions, please ask us whatever you want down in the comments. I would never say that I would say this. Subscribe and
Yeah.
like our video.
You have already done it.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, quite fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I think kind of uncomfortable because I'm not really used to Zooming like this, even though we are doing it as teachers. So it's nice to see you because you are far away from me now. You're in Nové Město, right?
Yes, it's nice to see you too.
Yeah.
So, maybe we should say something about ourselves to the others.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's introduce ourselves to our YouTube audience and our social media audience. So, hi guys. My name is Michal, and I'm working on this project. As you see, we are doing this because we love architecture, because we are teaching on High School of Art and Design in Brno, and we really want you to participate in our project and see it come to life. What to say about myself? I think I just said that I'm a teacher. I teach art history, and that's why I'm so interested in this project, which is really about the history of architecture. And it's specific for Brno, so that's why I love it. And I think more on me will be in our next video, where we will ask ourselves uncomfortable questions. So let's wait for that. So what would you say about yourself?
I think that the most important things you have all already mentioned. So I'm a teacher too. I teach Czech language and something like philosophy, and I love art too. And I think that's it.
Oh, okay. pretty short, but okay. So, guys, we prepared for you a little questionnaire. We just want to ask ourselves question and reply on them, because you asked a lot about what the project actually is. So let's start. You wanted to ask me your first question, so let's do this.
Okay, so my first question is, if your grandma asked you what this MOFU project is about, what would you say?
That's pretty complicated question you asked me. But we know that MOFU stands for Modernism for the Future, and it's actually a project that dedicates itself to studying modern architecture and spreading awareness about modern architecture and modernism itself, which is architecture of interwar era. So that's what I would say MOFU is. Is there something you would like to add to it?
I think that's everything important was already said. I don't know,
Okay,
nothing special.
so let me ask you my question. I ask you, when did you first hear the name of Bohuslav Fuchs?
And I have to be honest, that it was when I moved to Brno, not before. And I moved there when I was about, I don't know, 22, 23 years old. And frankly speaking, I wasn't interested in functionalism before I moved to Brno. maybe I didn't like it because I didn't understand it. And when I moved there, I saw it everywhere, and I had to admit it's not so bad. It's not so boring, and I don't know what, too simple.
Yeah, right. It was actually the same thing for me. I had this
Really?
problem as well. Yeah, I came to Brno and I was hearing, oh, functionalism, oh, modernism in architecture. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
boring. It's only plain facade and that's it. And some windows, quite
Yeah.
large windows, and what? And then it slowly crawled up on me and I started to really like it and see the perfection in the purity of it.
Yeah. That's true. Okay.
I can understand that.
So the next question. Why just, or what are you focusing on in your project? What are we focusing on in our project? How would you describe that?
Okay. So we are actually focusing on villa of Bohuslav Fuchs, his own villa, a villa that he built for himself and his family. Uh, and we are really fed up with dry architectonical studies. We really want to focus on something completely different, which is like, let's say, when I was writing today, like the little description of our project for our partners and in Kaunas, I actually realized that we are studying like emotional history of the place. And I said to myself, that's really nice. That's like we want to we want to like involve the owner of the villa. We want to involve people who had something to do with the villa and are really into architecture or are living next to it or are living in the presence of the architecture of Bohuslav Fuchs. So I would say this is what we focus on, like emotional history of the place, or how to say it, how to describe it. Somebody would say like narrative history, but I don't think it's precise because we want to put there even more, like for example, artworks of our students. So I would say like, what are the possibilities of seeing modernism in architecture? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I think. So my next question is: what are you interested in our project? What is it that you find?
I'm interested in everything you have already mentioned because I'm interested in the architecture. I'm interested in the place, in the story of the place, of its owners. I'm interested in reactions we are about to get from our students. So I love it in all aspects it has, and I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen next because I think it's about creating something nice and new, and I absolutely don't know what is at the end. So that's it. I don't know what to add.
That's the beauty of it. We
Yeah,
don't know
and
what the
that's what.
result will be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Okay. Maybe my next question is, what are you looking forward to or in connection with our project? What is your expectation?
Oh, I'm desperately trying not to have expectations for this project, but I'm really looking forward, of course, to the finished product. But I'm also like really interested in seeing how the things would connect and put themselves together.
Hmm.
And I'm really interesting to see people's reactions. Like and now I don't mean the people who are like directly involved with the project, but the audience of the viewers, of the YouTube viewers, and viewers of our social media. That's what I'm interested to see. Yeah. My next question is, why do you think the project idea is valid?
Our project,
Yeah.
you mean?
Of course.
Why it's valid? Because I believe it. I believe the idea. I think it makes sense, at least to me. And we are making something nice and something what maybe should exist in connection with more buildings. So I don't know how better answer.
Mhm.
I think that's it.
Yeah. I see that. Yeah. I also believe that this should be an approach that more people should take. Maybe.
And my
Not
last question, maybe for you, is there something you are worried about in connection with the project?
Something I'm worried about. Let me see. Yeah, not meeting the deadline. That's something I'm really worried about. Because
Yes,
we don't
that's it.
know the deadline, like the precise deadline. If it should be April, that would be intense for us to finish.
Yeah.
So we will see about that. I don't know. I'm not worried about anything else. Another of my worry, yeah, of course, I am worried about something else. Another of my worries is will we have enough money to pay our translator and our graphic designer? That's another thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But let's hope.
The budget is always something to be worried about.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, my last question, or probably not last question, is why did you decide to participate on this project?
Because you asked me.
Okay, great, wonderful.
And I trust you, and it sounds even now really interesting and funny and amusing me. So I said, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm happy that I can do it with you because I love working with you, and I feel really satisfied when we can create something together. So
Yeah.
that's
Thank you. I have the same feelings. I love to work with you, and it's really nice that we are able to create something beautiful and international together. Actually, it's kind of big.
Let's hope we can.
Okay, yeah, let's hope. Wow. Okay, so these are the question. I'm not sure if we like covered everything. Is there something we should say about the projects? For
Maybe we could say something about Kaunas. Why just Kaunas is the
okay.
place where we are maybe going to go.
Yeah, because this project is actually like a part of a bigger project that is connected with European culture cities. And Kaunas will be the city of culture for the year 2022. And Kaunas decided to connect everything with modernism and modernism for the future. So they connected with Brno in Czech Republic, with the city, and asked the Gallery Industra for residents. So we are one of them. And they are, I think, working also with some city or town in Belgium.
Maybe Ukraine.
Oh yeah, as well. I think there are many cities more cities than Brno and Kaunas connected in this project, and I'm really glad that we can participate in this because it's about my favorite part of history of architecture actually now. So this is nice. Maybe we should say also. See, it was not the last question I asked you. Maybe we should see something about the result of our project. Where are we going with this?
We want to create a book. Our aim is to make something like a book object and put there the results we are about to have. So it means some students' works, our works, and some interviews with interesting people. For example, people who live in Bohuslav Fuchs's own villa now, an interview with his granddaughter, and so on. So something is about to happen in this way. So we hope one day we are going to have a book.
It's such an incredible idea that we will.
Yeah, it is.
I kind of can't imagine that it will happen, but that's what we really would love to do, and we'll see about that. So more on that in our next video, actually, because we will speak about ourselves then, right? We will speak more about who we are and what do we like, and we'll aim for really uncomfortable spots because I think that this project appeared to be some project to leave our comfort zones.
Yeah, and definitely.
Doing some self care. How do you say it? Self-development. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think definitely because we are on YouTube now and it's irreversible. Yeah.
That's true. Okay.
So thank you for meeting me here, and thank you viewers for viewing this video and listening us rambling about the project. If you have any questions, please ask us whatever you want down in the comments. I would never say that I would say this. Subscribe and like our video.
You have already done it.
Yeah. I told you there is no
way back.
No way back. Yeah. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye.